Hi folks, welcome back to Sayach Soap. Today I am cleaning up some soaps and I thought that I would just kind of show you how I clean up my soaps, what I use. If you're a soap maker or you watch other soap makers, you've probably seen a lot of them using a potato peeler, and a lot of them do use potato peelers. I don't feel like I have enough control with the potato peeler because of it kind of moving on me while I'm trying to get my corners cleaned up. And so I wanted to show you what I use, and that is a cheese knife. So I get the right size strip off the corners that I'm looking for, but I have so much more control over this, it's not moving around on me. So basically I take it and I do my corners, and of course you don't have to clean your soaps this way. Some people don't, they just leave them the way they are. This is just my preferred method that I thought I would share with you. I do all four corners, and then I do across the bottom on the front and back, and that's it. And I just continue to do each one of them. These have been, I cut this so 2 days ago, so these have been sitting for 2 days after being cut. And you see here I do have some soap balls that I made with the leftover soap from this batch. I had made a little bit too much for my piping, so I let that set up for about a day, and then I molded them into my little soap balls here. I try to get as many soap balls as I can with any leftover batter, because I prefer cold process soap balls and embeds, just because of our climate here and our humidity. I just never have any luck with melt and pour. Regardless what brand I use, I've used the low sweat melt and pour, and it still sweats terribly. So I've given up on that, and I've just been collecting my own little cold process balls, soap balls, because you can't, cold process embeds are really hard to just make quickly for a batch. You have to pre-make them, let them set up for a little while, and it just takes a lot longer. So I found if I just use whatever I have left to make my soap balls, then I end up with enough of them. I just always have soap balls readily available if I need them, and they're cold process. So I'll show you here in a minute some of them that I have, and what I do with all of these shreds. This is my sweet pea soap. Turned out really nice. It was also a new recipe that I was trying, and it's so creamy so far. I had a bunch of it on my hands after making the soap balls, and it was just, when I went to wash it off my hands, it felt so creamy and wonderful that I was thrilled. The recipe set up a little bit faster than my last one, but it felt so wonderful that I'm torn. This was my end piece. Okay, and these are my sample bars here. I don't clean those up. Okay. Now with what little bit I have here, and the fact that these are multicolored, I'm probably going to make these, maybe two I'll get out of this, but I'm going to roll these up into little soap balls. And a lot of times with my multicolored soaps like this, I'll either roll them up into a ball, and they're really cute. They actually will look like a multicolored gumball, and I can get way more than that. Let's see. I'm hoping I haven't let this sit too long, but I've been having a hard time finding a quiet moment to to video this, so I'm going to work it for a minute in my hands. Sometimes I will make them into gumballs when they're multicolored, and sometimes I'll make them into what would look like a rock, because I like to add some rocks as embeds as well. It's a little bit harder than what I'm used to working with it, but like I said, it's been sitting out here waiting for me to make this video for a couple days. This batter was much softer when I made those. Okay, last one here. And then I'll show you some of the other ones that I've made, just so you can see the different things that you can use them for. Okay, so these are my 4 new ones, and they're kind of the multicolor. You're not going to get as perfect of a circle as if you used like a mold with a melt and pour, but once you have them in your soap as an embed, you're not even going to notice. Okay, so this is my jug of other ones that I've already made. So let me just kind of get some out here. So you can see here some of the ones that I just kind of molded into what would look like rocks. Depending on what colors I've got is what I'll generally do with it. There's kind of a purple and pink rock. Just some rocks, rock shapes. Browns, I've got some what would look like malted balls maybe. Another rock. And I've got a bunch of these tiny little multicolored ones that I thought looked really cute as gumballs. And so that's it. I have some embeds ready when and if I need them, and I don't have to use the melt and pour, and I don't have to fight with all the sweating, and I'm using up soap batter that I have left over. So it's a way of saving that, utilizing it, and saving myself some trouble with when I need soap balls. I've got some made. And I'll just kind of go through here. If I'm making a soap, I'll just kind of go through them and pick out ones that I think will look good on that soap and, you know, smell similar. Some of these don't have any fragrances, some of them do. But that is my soap ball collection, and that is how I clean my soaps and what I use with the scraps. So hopefully you enjoyed that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys on the next video.